What is going on, guys? It is Constable Chan back with another video. Hope you're having a great day. Today, another Madden 17 rebuild. We're going to be doing the New York Giants. Their team as an overall are 78 overall, so I would consider this a rebuild. In my eyes, anyone over 80 is a team that needs to definitely get better. So their top players are OBJ, Odell Beckham Jr., 93 overall wide receiver, Olivier Vernon, right end, 91 overall, and Weston Richburg, center, 87 overall. So definitely young players that have a lot of talent, so they're probably going to be staying on the team. I can't say that for the older players on the team. I'll probably be trading. So let's take a look at the rest of their team. So taking a look at the Giants roster, you got Eli Manning there. He's my best option at quarterback. He's 35 years old. I'm probably just going to keep him till he retires. I'll probably draft a quarterback in this upcoming draft probably. Running back, Shane Vereen, Jennings. Probably going to trade both of them away. Really not a fan. I like Vereen on third down. He's a good receiver out of the backfield. But that's really about it. Receivers I really like. OBJ, Sterling Shepard I like out of Oklahoma. And Victor Cruz, going to get traded. Don't think really he's that good. He's kind of a band-aid. He's 29 years old, 81 overall, so he's going to get traded. At tight end, Larry Donnell, he's going to get traded too, just because I'm really not a fan. He's got 72 speed, so that's not really good at all. On the O-line, actually half decent. You have Flowers there out of the U. Richburg's good. Just really need a right guard, and the O-line's pretty decent. On defense, a different story though. They got a lot of holes. D-line is actually very good. They have Hankins and Harrison. I'm not sure why they have like nose tackle guys in a 4-3. When I play a 4-3, I like pass rushing D tackles, so I'm probably honestly going to be trading these two guys away. Linebacking core, not good at all. Really, the only one that's going to be staying around for a long-term duration here is Kennard. The rest are going to go because they're not good. Collins is good. They got him last year at Alabama, I believe, 78 overall. Free safety, not good at all. Their best guy, 69 overall. Cornerbacks, Janoris Jenkins, 85. I'm fine with that. Leon Hall, the veteran, 78. I might trade him away if there's interest in him. On the other side, they have Dominic Rodgers-Cromartie. I believe this is 85 overall. That's really the best he's going to get at 30 years old, so I'll probably trade him away. Eli Apple, they drafted him in the first round out of Ohio State, so he'll be staying around. Is that John Brown? Is that his first name? Yeah, Josh Brown's their kicker, and Wings their punter. I think Wings Australian. That's going to stay the same. I really don't care about kicker, punter, or fullbacks. Those are the three positions I just could care less about. So that's really what we're looking for in year one. Those are the players I'm going to be trading. So let's get it underway. With my first trade, I'm trading Shane Vereen, 81 overall running back, a 7th rounder this year for Muhort, left guard from the Colts, 86 overall. So that's going to really get my O-line good, so I'm not even going to touch that anymore. My second trade, I traded Donnell, tight end, like I said. Leon Hall, 78 overall corner. He's like pretty old, so that's as good as he's going to get. And a 4th round pick this year for Lamar Miller, running back from the Texans, 88 overall. I accidentally clicked A on this trade, but basically I traded Victor Cruz, next year's 4th and this year's 6th for Buffalo's 1st round pick. My next trade, I'm trading Rashad Jennings, running back, next year's 3rd, next year's 5th rounder to the Houston Texans for their 1st rounder this year. With this trade, I'm trading Hankins. I know he's a good player. He's like 24. He's got quick development, but he just doesn't fit the scheme, I think, for a 4-3 defense. So I traded for Geno Atkins, 94 overall from the Bengals. With my next trade, I traded Dominic Rodgers-Cromartie. He's 30 years old, so it's basically downhill from there. Harrison, who really I don't think fits their scheme in New York. And next year's 1st round pick, I traded that to Oakland for Khalil Mack, 99 overall. With this trade, I traded Jason Pierre-Paul. Really don't need him anymore. I want guys on my team that have 5 fingers. Also threw in this year's 2nd, this year's 5th rounder to the Jacksonville Jaguars for Telvin Smith and Miles Jack. So some outside linebackers that could play in this 4-3 system. My next trade, I traded Kennard and Newhouse, a right tackle, and a 6th round next year for Cleveland's 1st round pick this year. With this trade, I'm trading Robinson and Thomas, some outside linebackers, and a 2nd rounder next year, setting that they're staying in town, but they're going to the Jets for their 1st rounder this year. This is what I was able to assemble for year 1 with the Giants at quarterback. I'm basically just going to keep Manning for this year probably and draft one in the offseason. Wide receivers, I'd like to have another good one, and I prefer Shepard to be in the slot, so probably do that next year. Running backs, I'm fine with Miller there. O-line, I think, is pretty good with Flowers, Pugh, Richburg, Mewhort, and Beatty. Tight end, I'd like to get better. I just picked up Boyle off the Ravens practice roster. Go to the defense here. It's getting a little bit better, but still a lot of holes. I'd like another D tackle if we're playing this 4-3, but our defensive ends are good with Mack and Vernon. Also got Geno Atkins in the middle of that. Linebackers still need to get better, but I think Talvin Smith and Miles Jack on the outside is pretty good. Need a better middle linebacker. We'll figure that out later. Landon Collins is a pretty good strong safety. Free safety needs to get better still, and having 3 cornerbacks is always something I look out for. So we need one more. But we'll save that for a later time. So that is our team for year 1. So we're going to sim ahead to the playoffs, and we'll see how we make out. In the playoffs in year 1, it looks like we went 7-9 on the year. That's just about where I think this team would go. So let's take a look at some stats quick. Eli Manning, 3,843 yards, 25 touchdowns, 15 interceptions. He was sacked 44 times, so that number is a bit high. Go to rushing. Lamar Miller, 1,395 yards, 8 touchdowns. Receiving, Odell Beckham Jr., 1,314 yards and 7 touchdowns. Defense, Kelvin Shepard led the way. Was actually tied with Talvin Smith with 124. Quarterback sacks, Khalil Mack had 17. Olivier Vernon had 15.5, and Geno Atkins had 14. So my D-line is doing their job. Interceptions, Janoris Jenkins had 3 picks. So time to do some off-season. Got to work on the safety or the secondary in a group. Need another wide receiver. Probably going to draft a quarterback to replace Manning because he's going to be turning 36, I guess. And really that's about it. And linebackers, I guess. And this team should be good to go. So let's do the offseason and we'll pick it up in a bit. At the free agent recap, I'll show you guys who I got. For the most part, they're older players, but I got them for a pretty good price. So let's take a look here. I got Vasquez, Robert Mathis, McClendon, Robbie Gould, Eric Winston, Duke Williams, Antonio Cromartie, Paradis, and Brian Hoyer at quarterback. So those are the guys I picked up. All of them for a very good price. Just lowballed them and they accepted. So I'm going to do the draft now. At the draft recap, I had 5 first-round picks, so I used those on players that could start on my team on positions that I needed. So with my first one, I went wide receiver, 78 overall. I think he's got quick development. Yep, quick development, so that's good. Other first-rounder, I went quarterback with normal development. He's got that 95 throw power, which I like. Another one, I went tight end. This guy's 76 overall, but he's got superstar development, so that's good. Another one, cornerback, 78 overall with quick development. And my final first rounder, I went free safety, 78 overall with normal development. So all 5 players are going to have some pretty big roles on this team, and we'll just jump right into year 2. Let's look at my team in year 2 and at positions I still need to upgrade. I'll probably be trading away Eli Manning since I really don't need him anymore. My running backs I'm fine with. The wide receiver core I'm pretty good with since I drafted that rookie in the first round, and he's got quick development. Tight end, I drafted a rookie with superstar development, so that's good. The interior of my O-line's good, but my offensive tackles still need to get worked on, so I might look at that this year, but we'll see. I got some needs on defense at middle linebacker. 68 overall is just not going to cut it. I want to get a better linebacking core, really all the way around. I'm not sure what I'll do with Miles Jack. I might keep him. Might get another defensive tackle. McClendon's a pretty balanced player, though. He's a veteran that could step in and play. At corner, I still might get another corner, play this guy at the nickel. He's got quick development, rookie I drafted. Not sure what I'll do here. Probably trade. I might even trade Apple, actually. He's only got normal development. My safeties, this guy, 78 overall. He's got normal development. And Landon Collins, 78 overall strong safety. I still got to use player XP that I got from last year, so I'll do that. And we'll pick it up at the first trade. With my first trade in year 2, I traded Eli Manning and Eli Apple, 78 overall corner, and next year's third-round pick to the Baltimore Ravens for mid linebacker C.J. Mosley. With this trade, I wanted to upgrade the cornerback position and really just get a Janoris Jenkins. So I got a corner that's 10 overall better in Josh Norman from Washington. Threw in Duke Williams, who I got in the offseason, and next year's first-round pick. So let's take a look at my team before I start simming. Look at the new players in the depth chart. I'm going to be starting the rookie Decker at quarterback. Wide receivers are very young. We have Odell Beckham Jr., Sterling Shepard, and Carney, my rookie. So they're going to be getting a bulk of the receptions. Got a rookie tight end with superstar development. Pretty pumped about that. Interior, the offensive line's good. On the edges, not so much. Flowers, I like. Eric Winston. He's kind of just a veteran rental player I could play till I get someone better. Go to defense here. I'm happy with my D-line. Would like a better second defensive tackle, but McClendon's still pretty good. Linebacking core got better with C.J. Mosley in the middle. Happy about that. I also have Telvin Smith and Miles Jack. My safeties are young with Little and Landon Collins. Hopefully they could develop a little bit better than 78. Cornerbacks, I traded for the better Josh Norman, 93. Antonio Cromartie will be playing in the slot, or the nickel, sorry. And Triplet, my rookie with quick development, 78 overall, will be playing alongside Josh Norman. He'll be at the number 2 spot. And I got a new kicker because Brown retired, so I got the veteran Robbie Gould. He's been steady for a very long time, so I picked him up. So that's just a look at year 2 with the Giants. I'm going to be simming to mid-season because I believe there's quite a bit of important signings to do, and I'll go through that with you guys. So we'll see you guys at the mid-season. At the mid-season mark, we're going to do some re-signing now. So if they decline, we'll have a chance in the future, probably next week, to give them another offer. So we got some doozies here. Khalil Mack, Odell Beckham Jr., Jake Newhart, Weston Richburg, C.J. Mosley, and Telvin Smith. Will Johnson, pretty good fullback too, so we'll see. And these guys are old, and I don't want them anymore. So they're basically just one-year players for me. But these guys I want for a long time, so let's try to get Khalil Mack here. $10 million, that is a lot. So I'm just going to give him a bit more bonus. That's a good offer. I'm glad we got the deal done. Well, me too, because that cost me an arm and a leg. Odell Beckham Jr., he wants $8.5 million. I'm excited to sign up. Oh, this is going pretty smooth so far. Newhart, what do you want? $6.3 million. We'll see if we can do that. That's a good offer. Okay, we're just cruising here. Weston Richburg, $6.5 million. I can't keep giving everyone six. I like the length of the contract, but the rest. Okay, so he wants more money. Might just have to let him slide. C.J. Mosley wants a lot of money. I enjoyed playing. Testo Frenzy, you bitch. I don't think I even can have a chance to re-sign him. I think I could franchise tag him after. I might do that. Okay, Telvin Smith's coming back. Pretty pumped about that. And, should I get Will Johnson? You know what? Like I said before, I really don't care about the fullback position. I'm not paying a fullback over $1 million. So I'm going to go to the next week, see if I could get Richburg. If not, whatever. I want to probably franchise tag Mosley at the end of the year, so I'll probably do that. But we're 3-4 at the midseason mark, but I'm going to be simming ahead to the playoffs, and we'll see you guys there.
Big fuck off. Bugger it. Fucking dodgy bastard. A little rip in the ditch. Well, that's fine. Buttery, flaky crust. If I was the director, I'd honestly walk up and punch that old guy in the head.
Buttery, crispy crust. In the playoffs in year 2, we went 8-8, so it looks like we'll just be going up 1 win out a year. So we'll be going 9-7 next year. So we might make the playoffs. We'll see. See how our rookie quarterback did. 3,657 yards, 30 touchdowns, 18 interceptions, We're sacked 32 times, so that number went down. That's pretty good. Rushing, Lamar Miller, 1,402 yards, 11 touchdowns. Receiving, Odell Beckham Jr., 1,230 yards, 8 touchdowns. My rookie had 669 and 5. My rookie tight end, 503 and 6 touchdowns. Sterling Shepard, 658 and 5 touchdowns. Defensive side of the ball, we have C.J. Mosley with 135 tackles, led the team. Quarterback sacks was Khalil Mack with 14.5. Interceptions was Josh Norman with 6. That's really all I care about. I'm just going to take a look at offensive yards. I was 22nd in the league, so my offense still is not very good. And defensive, I was 13th in the league, so my defense is pretty good. Unfortunately, I really don't. The only draft pick I have this year is a 7th rounder. So my plan in the offseason is to actually trade back for a couple picks, probably just first rounders. I'd like at least 1, maybe 2, but we'll see who I could trade for. So we'll do that. So I'm going to spend some player XP, and we'll jump right into the offseason. I'm just picking up a couple free agents for this upcoming year. I picked up Virgil Green at tight end. Then I turned around and traded him to Denver. Also, next year's 2nd rounder for their 1st rounder, which is going to be the 9th overall pick for this draft. In year 3 with the Giants, I'll take a look at who I picked up from free agency in the offseason, and I drafted 1 player with that 1st rounder that I got. So I spent my player XP. My quarterback went to an 85 overall. Sterling Shepard went to a 78. My rookie wide receiver went to an 81. My rookie tight end went to an 80. Muhort went to a 90. Flowers is an 80. Go to the defense here. My rookie free safety last year went to an 83. Landon Collins went to an 85. Telvin Smith 84. C.J. Mosley 86. Miles Jack 81. D-line, still really need another defensive tackle, but that's all right. My rookie cornerback last year went to an 81. I drafted this middle linebacker with my only draft pick in this draft. He's normal development. Just really wanted a pretty good backup. It was either between him or another corner, but I just went linebacker. So really all I'm going to trade for this year, I might get another right tackle. Just to upgrade Eric Winston's spot there since he's not very good. I might get another wide receiver that's better. Sterling Shepard. I want a guy that's just already established Shepard would just be my number 4 guy. On defense, just another cornerback, I think. This guy could play in the nickel, and everything else would be good. So I'm just going to look around and try to figure out who I want to trade. We're here in year 3. I just had to do this trade, get these LSU guys together so they'll be happy. Jarvis Landry, Odell Beckham Jr. are going to reunite, and it will feel so good. So I traded Richburg, my center. That's a big loss. Also picked up DeMarcus Ware in the offseason. And next year's second-round pick. So just get my quarterback some more targets. I'm going to try and trade for a corner. Keyword try, because trading for corners in this game is very difficult. So I'll see what I could do. With my next trade, I made a deal with the Jets. I know I'm not supposed to make a deal with the Jets, but whatever. I traded a third, a fourth, a fifth for Revis. You usually can get him for pretty cheap because he's old. So I'd say this is pretty cheap because most of them are next year's draft picks. So I think I'm good. I need to pick up a free agent center, and then I'll show you guys my team. Just about to start up year 3, but let's take a look at my team with all the changes we've done. So Decker, quarterback, 85 overall. He went up to a quick development, I believe, so that's pretty good. He'll develop more as the year goes on. Lamar Miller, running back, that's good. Wide receivers, got the LSU boys, Odell Beckham Jr., Jarvis Landry. They're like brothers. And also have my rookie Carney and Sterling Shepard as my fourth, so that's very good. O-line, Flowers, Mewhort, Paradis. I traded away Richburg, which is unfortunate, but it's the way she goes. Pugh and Winston. I don't know who I'll be. Probably Winston might be starting. Depends who has the better pass blocking. McNown, my sophomore tight end, 80 overall. Go to the defense. I really like how it looks this year. Khalil Mack. Picked up Tank Carradine from free agency. He's listed as an outside linebacker, but I view him as a defensive lineman. So he went up from a 70 to a 76. That's good. He'll be playing alongside Geno Atkins in the heart of that 4-3. Olivier Vernon as well, so very good D-line. Linebackers are good too. Miles Jack, CJ Mosley, Telvin Smith. So he's young guys. I picked up Keenan Robinson again from free agency. Drafted this guy in the first round. Chappell, 75 overall at Alabama. Strong safety, Landon Collins went up to an 85, so I'm happy about that. Have a 1-year pro, Little, I drafted last year in the first round, 83 overall. Corners, pretty old, but there's a youth with this triplet guy. He'll be playing in the nickel, 81 overall, quick development. Have Josh Norman, 91 overall, so that's good. And Darrell Revis I brought in, 85 overall. And my biggest acquisition in the offseason, I can't even speak right now, is Robert Aguero, kicker from the Bucks. He's the player that I paid the most out of all the guys I brought in. I really didn't bring in that many guys, but my kicker was the one that cost me the most, which is pretty odd, but the free agency wasn't really that good. So this is what my team's going to look like for year 3. I'm pretty confident that I'll make the playoffs. The Eagles led the division at 9-7 last year, so I think 10-6 is a pretty good thing, pretty good goal to reach for. So we'll reach for 10-6. So I'm going to sim ahead, and we'll see you guys in the playoffs. We finally made the playoffs with the Giants, year 3, 11-5. So let's take a look at. Yeah, we led our division. Eagles went 9-6, so that is good. We'll take a look at some stats here. Our quarterback had 4,216 yards, 36 touchdowns, 12 picks. Was sacked 19 times, so I'm happy about those sacks. They've been going down every year. Rushing, Lamar Miller, 1,468 yards, 9 touchdowns. Receiving, Odell Beckham Jr., 1,154 yards, 10 touchdowns. Nate Carney, 1,127 yards, 11 touchdowns. Jarvis Landry, 911 yards and 9 touchdowns. Go to defense here. CJ Mosley led my team with 128 tackles. Quarterback sacks, Khalil Mack had 23.5. That's very good. Olivier Vernon had 8.5. Geno Atkins had 8. And Carradine was a very good pickup. He had 7.5. Interceptions, Triplet had 4. That's kind of an odd last name. So now let's take a look at some awards from this year. Some yearly awards look like Ryan Couch won MVP. Looks like, doesn't say, he's probably a quarterback from the Patriots. 85 overall. Coach of the Year, Jim Caldwell from the Lions. So NFC, right? Yeah. Our quarterback finished third in Offensive Player of the Year in the NFC. Defensive player was Khalil Mack with 23.5 sacks, so that's good. Offensive Rookie, I don't think we really had any. Defensive Rookie, nope. Best quarterback, oh, Matt Stafford just beat us out. Best running back, Ingram. Where was Lamar Miller was 5th on the list. Best wide receiver, Brandon Cooks. Carney was 4th on the list. Best offensive lineman, Teron Armstead. Mewhort was 4th. Best defensive lineman, Khalil Mack, 11. What am I looking at? Number 1. Linebackers, probably we won't have any here. Best defensive backs, Janoris Jenkins. Maybe I should have kept him. He's only 81 overall. I'm not sure how he won that. Probably just had a lot of interceptions. So I'm going to spend player XP, coach XP, all that jazz, and then we'll simulate this game. Alright, we're ready to rock here, so let's sim it. We play the 10-5-1 Arizona Cardinals in the wild card. A couple of my guys went up in overall with that XP, which I'm happy about, but looks like we lost. So let's take a look at my team because this video is going to be coming to an end here. Decker went up to a 91 with that boost. Let's take a look. I think, yeah, he's got that quick development, 91 overall. Throw power 95, short 92, mid 92, deep 88. Lamar Miller, he's getting old. I'm not sure if they'll keep him around or not. My receiver went up to an 87. I drafted him in year 1. Went up to a superstar development trait, so that's pretty sweet. Odell Beckham went up to a 97. He's going to be a monster. And Jarvis Landry. I just felt like you always have to just trade for Landry and OBJ. They have to be on the same team. So when I do a Dolphins rebuild, I'll probably be trading for Odell Beckham Jr. On the my tight end is a 82 overall. That's pretty good. I drafted him in first year. O-line. The interior is half decent, I guess. Still need a pretty good center. Flowers, I'm actually kind of happy with. I think he'll make a good right tackle. I like having a better left tackle than that. Still need a center, like I said. Go to the defense here. D-line is pretty good. Karen Dean was a good pickup. Mack and Vernon, good combo. Same with Gino. Linebackers were still pretty good. Miles Jackerly didn't develop too good. CJ Mosley's good linebacker. Talvin Smith didn't develop really at all. My free safety I drafted in year 1 went up to an 87. Pretty happy about that. Landon Collins didn't go up this year. He's stuck in an 85. Darrelle Revis, 87 overall. I would probably be getting rid of him because he's costing a lot of money. Josh Norman, 93 overall. I'd try to keep him. I don't think I have to re-sign him this year anyway. And Triplett went up to an 83. He's got quick development. 25-year-old cornerback. And I got a young kicker too, Aguero. He was in free agency. I guess the Bucks didn't re-sign him. So that's going to do it for this franchise, guys. I hope you enjoyed. This was the New York Giants rebuild. I probably could have done a better one, but the players that I got really just didn't cut it. But that's the way she goes sometimes. So thanks for watching, guys. Leave a like, comment, subscribe. It'll help the channel grow, and we will see you in another video.